all you beautiful friendlies, it's Carolyn and welcome back to my RV life. This is like take 20. I haven't had all my coffee yet. I'm trying to get this intro shot and I'm stumbling with it. Anyway, today we're talking about RV living and tiny home living storage and organization. So don't forget to subscribe here to subscribe to my channel and get all kinds of information about RV living, tiny home living, travels and adventures, and all kinds of fun stuff. And we're going to talk about all of the things that I have done along the way to get more organized living in 160 square feet. Because an RV is basically a tiny home on wheels. And it is really important in any tiny home to maximize your space. Try to find ways to not be cluttered, to keep organized so that you can find things and things are handy when you need them, etc. So I have a couple of things that I recently installed that I really, really love that just have changed my life. So I want to share those with you. So stay tuned. We're going to go through those things and I hope you find it helpful, and please don't forget to subscribe. This is just a shoe hanger that I bought, and you can find them pretty much anywhere. Target. I'm sure you can find them online somewhere, and I just hung this probably about a month ago, and I have to tell you, I love it. I had originally bought it to hang here. So I bought this first, and this is just it's called a toy organizer or a toy holder, and I think I may have gotten this at Target or someplace online, I'm not really sure. I hung this first because I wanted a place for my shoes. Remember I said I have a whole bunch of shoes? Now they're flip-flops and ugly shoes. They're not quite the same, but I still have a lot of shoes. And I hung this here first because I wanted just quick access to my shoes when I'm running outside and in and out. And so I store my lightweight shoes in here. But this, I quickly kind of outgrew this, and my voltmeter for my battery I keep in here. I keep Capone's leash in here. Quick, easy access. It's winter. I keep my hat in here, and I think a pair of gloves. My bear spray is in here. A flashlight is in here. So just anything that I want to quickly grab by the door, I keep in here. And I really liked having all of this really handy and organized, and I quickly outgrew it. I couldn't fit all my shoes in there, so I decided I wanted to buy one of these shoe organizers, and I was going to hang this by the front door, but then I realized, look at all this space I have. and I needed stuff I needed a place to store kitchen stuff. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you, this is so handy. But you know, as I'm here in my kitchen working, now all I have to do is turn around, and I have my dish soap in here. I have my handy dandy eraser sponges in here to clean my stove. My regular sponges I have in here. This is the best. I will show you the one thing that I really, probably the first thing I put in here, my Ziplocs. So before, I was storing my boxes of Ziploc bags, and I think I bought them at Costco, so I have a bunch of them, way back in cupboards and up in storage, so they weren't easy to grab, so I wasn't using them. Oh my gosh, now they're just right here. So they're so easy to grab, and so I just store them here. My quart ones here and my gallon size here, and I'm using them more, partly because my Tupperware, when I put it in the freezer and then I move around and drive, and my holders for holding stuff in place in freezers don't seem to work that well. I open my freezer, my Tupperware falls on the floor and it cracks and breaks because it's frozen. So I've pretty much gone through all my Tupperware a couple of times. So now I'm just storing everything, leftover food and stuff like that, in Ziplocs. And I hate it because it's wasteful. I don't clean them out as much as I used to because I can, water is, I don't have unlimited water, so cleaning them out. So I kind of hate that I have to be wasteful, but I still try to ration them as much as I can and wash them out as much as I can and reuse them. The nice thing about being vegan is I don't have problems with rotting meat, so I don't really have to worry too much about really making sure stuff is cleaned out. I can reuse bags, put more vegetables in them, stick them more in the freezer or whatever, and that works for me. So I love storing my Ziploc bags here. Also my shopping bags, which I use for garbage. And on the bottom, here. So my natural dish soap, of course. Oh, I've got 2 of them in here. And my receipts, all my business receipts. I'm just going to stuff them in here until it's full, and then I stick it in a Ziploc bag up in storage. The problem with what I was doing before is I had in a box or a Ziploc bag, but they were stuffed away in storage, and oftentimes the receipts didn't make it where they should be. And my CPA keeps warning me I need to keep track of my receipts better. So now I'm just stuffing them all in here, and at least now I know I'm not losing them. And then when that gets full, then I'll stick them in my big bag for my taxes. Glasses, my umbrellas in here, and then on the bottom are my bigger shoes that don't fit in the other organizer. My simple green. So, and I still have a couple left over, so I can't wait to figure out what I'm going to put in those. So how did I hang this? Couple of Scotch hooks at the top. Just those 3M, I think, or Scotch hooks that you can buy anywhere. And I think on the one by the door, I had to super glue. I think I might have super glued these. No, maybe not. First, the ones by the door, first I tried which is the adhesive that they come, and these are the heaviest, most heavy-duty ones you can find. They're supposed to hold up to 5 pounds or something like that. I just use the regular adhesive that comes with them, and then if they fall off, then I'll just go ahead and super glue them. And then to hold it in place, because the problem I had with this one, and hit bumps, it would sway back and forth and oftentimes just completely fall off if I was on a particularly bumpy road. So you'll see I used super duty, heavy duty Velcro. And what I've done on here, one side of the Velcro, it has adhesive on both sides. One side is Velcroed, is adhered to the wall with the adhesive that comes with it. The other side here, because this glue adhesive doesn't stick to fabric, I super glued that on. You could also sew it, and I thought about sewing it, but I just don't have the patience, so I just use super glue. And so now they're Velcroed on, ta-da, and they don't swing. They stay in place when I drive, and it works really well. And if I need to take it down, I can for whatever reason. But yeah, so I've got Velcro there on both sides, and here on the bottom. And this stuff, this Velcro is amazing. It's super strong. So this whole thing does not move. It is really solid. Stays in one place when I drive. Nothing flies out. And you know me, I go on really bumpy washboard, bumpy, rutted dirt roads, and it does really well. I've done the same with this one. I've Velcroed this down. And actually, I need to add more. I had run out of Velcro, so I'm going to add more here to make that stick to the wall. So there are my 2 favorite tiny house living or RV living organizational tools, I guess you could call them, or resources. I don't know. 2 organizational things that I use that I love. This one, I have to tell you, I mean, this was nice, and it's nice to have stuff so handy by the door. Whenever you can find something to get stuff up off the floor and out of the way and handy and easy to access, boy, that is the key. And so that's what I've done here. And now I have all this stuff that just all I have to do is turn around in my kitchen and grab it, and I know where it is, and it's easy to use, and it's been a lifesaver. Okay, so there you have it. That's how I stay organized and decluttered living in a tiny home on wheels. I hope that gives you some ideas about how you can stay organized living in your RV, van, or tiny home. Until next time, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching my channel, subscribing, liking my videos, and watching my videos. I appreciate each and every one of you. And please always remember, be happy. That's what life is about. Be happy. Be free and be kind. I'll talk to you next time.